Hello, honorable members of the clan. So welcome to my YouTube channel.
We're here this morning in order to speak to you about the policing issues that are happening in KZN as well as in the Republic of South Africa. The team has been investigating a total of 612 case dockets. These case dockets include murders, attempted murders, intimidation, conspiracy to commit murders, and other cases. On the 26th of March 2025, this year, a total of 121 case dockets that were under investigation were taken away from the task team, amongst others, politicians who are currently serving in Parliament, members of the South African Police Service, the Metro Police, and Correctional Services. They include prosecutors in Gauteng, the judiciary, and all these are controlled by the drug cartel. I'm encouraging the police not to die with their weapons on their hands. I'm not going to discourage police officers to protect themselves and the citizens. The question is, why don't you make the laws to be more tighter, to make sure when this person is arrested, it doesn't go back to society again? So it is my duty and the fellow police officers to protect them. So I'm not going to surrender their freedom. I'm not going to surrender their safety to anyone. So I will die for this badge. I will die for them. So I will fight this fight until the end. Wherever the end is, we will fight.
Channel. So guys, that was Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi in Parliament at the Police Portfolio Committee on the 5th of March 2025, where, as you have heard, Mr. Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi dropping a bombshell to the members of Parliament that were there. What did they do after that? What did Julius Malema do after hearing that? April, May, June, July. Oh, chaos. Because Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July, he drops a bombshell. Several bombshells with the receipts, by the way. Oh, anyways, let's leave that one. How you doing? Red ends. So what did they do? What do they do? So, if you are looking at the theater and listening to the theater that is going on in Parliament, where the demigod, you know who, is busy trying his level best to stamp authority, to say, no, he needs to be subpoenaed. But April, May, June, and that part of July, this is what was going on, Mr. Malema. And you want the people of South Africa to take you seriously when you are being boisterous and indignant and demanding that he first starts with you. What do you want to hear first? What is it that y'all, as the portfolio committee, because one of the accusations that Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi made on the 6th of July is that active members of Parliament are involved in these heinous organized crimes.
Politicians who are currently serving in Parliament,
drug cartels, etc. and so on. So what do you guys want to control and classify? Because I believe Parliament does have that power to classify information that the Zondo Commission, not the Zondo, might as well be the Zondo Commission, because what gets done? The Madlanga Commission does not get to see that information. Now what we're going to have a court battle where now the Madlanga Commission makes an application to a court of law to make or to get those classified information by the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee of Police to declassify that information. Because when it's classified, guess whose names might be in there? allegedly there is a political party that was funded by counterfeit not drugs. Is cigarette drugs? You know the counterfeit cigarettes from Zimbabwe? There's a political party, allegedly. It's in Parliament. It's in Parliament, and it's also in the police portfolio committee. What does Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi have on them is my question. Because there's no way when you shama somersaults, you are shying ama somersaults, and when you realize that you are losing control, you are now coming and using a platform as powerful as Parliament and making demands. As far as I am understanding the word subpoena, it's in two folds. It's either a person that was supposed to appear knowingly that on the 11th of September 2025, Clantis Dumagude was supposed to appear before the public protector. But Clantis Dumagude failed to appear on the 11th of September 2025 at 11 a.m. and therefore the public protector has no any other choice but to issue a subpoena. That's the first fold. The second fold, it is a person that blatantly refuses to appear. Did Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi do any of these two for him to be forced to be subpoenaed? It makes no sense. And those that are saying we misunderstood, how did we misunderstand when the word subpoena is being used? And why would any sober member of Parliament vote and say, yes, let's subpoena, when he has not refused or he failed to appear? Who would vote for that? Because we would be like, we got no capacity in Parliament. There's no capacity. Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi not once did he refuse. He said, I am dealing with the Judiciary Commission of Inquiry by Madlanga. When I am done, I'm more than happy to come and appear before the ad hoc committee. And of course, we know he's also going to appear before the public protector. I think submissions are supposed to have been submitted yesterday or today, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sure there are going to be other interests where he will have to appear. Maybe at some point, South Africans, when they realize nothing is being done, just like the Zondo Commission and Pala Pala, a South African, and I thought this is where AfriForum comes in, with their private prosecution unit. I thought they would have went and taken Pala Pala under private prosecution. But I think they also understand that as long as an ANC deployee is the head of these institutions, they will get denied the application. But at least they would have tried and went down in history, having to fight for the rule of law and justice in this country. Same goes with the Zondo Commission. I'm surprised that the learned people with money haven't lodged a private prosecution application to have the people implicated prosecuted. I'm quite surprised. So it's becoming a little bit clear as well that there's a lot that is compromised in this country. Parliamentarians, politicians, business, wealthy people, almost everybody, the stupid ones as us, so who are law abiding and scraping the little that we have to put together just so there's life in our bodies. We are in a survival mode, the rest of us, and that's exactly where they want us. It is sad. So now we are having boisterous demigods pretending to care about the rule of law, pretending to care about what Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi had dropped not once, but twice. So now why would Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi trust the ad hoc committee that sits probably people that are in his investigations when he made that accusation that there are sitting members of parliament involved and they are in this portfolio committee, why would he now want to be there first before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry? The Madlanga Commission of Inquiry might not have any powers, but at least he would have dropped every bombshell that he can. And it will leave the ad hoc committee without a choice but to make the recommendations for arrests. And if there are indeed parliamentarians, including the president, involved in any of these accusations, the recommendation should be resign effective and immediately. If the recommendations also go as far to say, let's go to an early election, 90 days, then let's do it. Right? But again, which is the video that is coming after this one, because I've been asked, so what powers does the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee hold? So I was looking into it. I'm just going to paraphrase in my simpleton way of how I understand the process and how the Ad Hoc Committee of Parliament does actually have teeth and power to make those recommendations, vote and say these recommendations must be implemented. But Pala, we've seen what happened. And this is where, fellow South Africans, you need to keep your eyes peeled. It's about you. It's about your safety. It's about your country. It's about the sovereignty of this country. It's about securing the future of your children. Those know the political parties that are in the GNU, and also know the political parties that are in parliament. And then from there, when they vote, count the votes. And I'm telling you, there are going to be political parties whose members sitting in parliament will be implicated in the ad hoc committee when Tlakam Kwanazi testifies. And they would want that buried, classified. If it's not classified, forgotten about, just like Pala. Ends on the commission, Sereti Commission, Ngobo Commission, you name that. Yeah. So pay attention to those political parties, because that will play a pivotal role when you have to vote. Who actually has your best interest at heart sitting in parliament? That also includes your security. I will leave it right here. If you like the video, please do me a big favor by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.